Yo, what's up? It's your boy Empty, and we're finally here with the Ascended Shalltear showcase, so let's just jump right into it. So first things first, her skill is 2500 light damage magic and lifesteal by 3% of damage for 10 seconds. Really good. Her normal arch is 26,000 light damage magic and reduces enemies light and dark res by 40% for 20 seconds. Now her true arch is 90,000 light damage magic and she increases her own crit damage by 200% for 20 seconds. This is going to be really important. And her true arch, or super arch I mean, is she's able to autofill her own arch gauge by 5, and she makes a duplicate of herself, a clone if you will, for 80 seconds, and the clone copies all of her moves except for equips, but is not affected by the skills. As for her passive, she has Eliminate level 3, which is really good. She also has Arch Gauge up level 5, which increases her Arch Gauge by 50 when the quest starts. That's at level 100, and her own unique passive, which is Bloody Valkyrie, and increases her crit rate by 100% up when HP is 70% or more, which ends up helping really well with her true arch, but she's going to be increasing her critical damage by 200% for 20 seconds, and that's going to be an additional 200 more because her clone that she ends up making is going to do the exact same thing, which makes her really busted. When it comes to equipment slots, she has all magic slots, so I would suggest giving her anything that will give her arts up or anything that will just increase her magic damage by a whole lot. The more damage you do, the better, and I think it's just better if you just put anything you see up on the screen right now. As for the stuff I decided to put up her against, so I put her up against the 3rd stage of Light Summoner's Road because this is how far as I can get. I'm trying to clear the 4th stage, but if I ever get to it, I'll probably show it. If I can't, then that's probably why you're not seeing it. But I did end up trying to do the 3rd stage here to see how well she does, so I did want to build up her super arch first to make sure that I do end up getting the clone before we end up entering the 3rd boss stage. So we end up just trying to do some damage here. These guys are very easy to get rid of, and I was kind of afraid that Juno will out damage here because, you know, she does a lot of damage on her own. Maybe I should have used another Archon unit, but you know, I just figured I might as well just go for it since I was already clearing it so well with the team. But we have the clone out right here, which is really good. So we have the Mako, of course, here to support us, and I don't think this went through with her animations having to clear up, but I do have Alvina here. Oh, it did go through. Okay, so I have Alvina here because this guy is very weak to disease and he takes more damage from disease if we end up diseasing him, so I figured why not do that. So I try to see if we could maybe end up getting some damage done here, and luckily we do. So he ends up getting disease and poison off right away, so I did end up putting Karama's whip on Shalltear just in case I needed to, you know, end up having another way to disease, but it did end up working out in the end, and he did end up getting disease for quite a while. He kind of stayed there for a very long time and tried to see if we could do more damage there. We end up melting him right away, which is extremely nuts. Maybe that was due to the help of Juno as well, but I know for a fact that we were just doing hella damage right here. I was kind of waiting to see if he could go up a little more faster, but we're just gonna have to wait on it to build up. Unfortunately, with the animations with Shalltear is kind of upsetting because they're very boring to look at if you really looked at it, but it's just like she puts out a huge circle out and then that's it. But we ended up clearing him right away, and then we're gonna end up looking at the damage here, which I did end up recording. Of course, I'm doing this, of course, post-recording, so don't worry about that. But end up going here, we end up just clearing this stuff out of the way. I was kind of concerned whether or not it would show up under the details, but it did in the end. And seeing the details here, she was able to do 6.4 million damage, which is not bad at all. I feel like she could have done a lot more, but we're gonna move over to the next stage, which was in fact a Crest Palace that we have up for today. And I was a little bit worried about this one because this one is actually one of the extreme Crest Palaces, but I was pretty sure I could end up killing it right away. So of course I end up having a full support team here, so no Juno to outshine her damage, but we have Miranda here because she ends up giving a magic damage boost, I do believe, with her true arts whenever she puts her shield up, which is really cool. We have Heart here basically to just give more arts and health, and Mako here because Mako is a staple in any arts gen team or anytime you're trying to do big deeps. But I do want to build up the super arts here, but like it was a kind of tough because my stuff wasn't loading as fast, which is fine. So I end up just doing Ancient Spectrum with Miranda here, make sure that we have a barrier up before we get to the 3rd stage, because I do believe she tries to nuke you. I should have waited here with Mako to do the true arc because I do believe we just kind of skip right away, but oh no, we make it on time here too. Nice. Okay, so we just need to super arts once and make sure that we're able to just you know, make sure that we get our clone out immediately. I was kind of concerned here whether or not I was gonna die immediately, but because we had our shield up from the previous stage, I was like, you know what, I'm not too worried about it, and we're completely fine. So from here, we're just gonna be able to build up the arts meter all the way up, especially since Mako got her true arts here, as well as the boy heart. So we're just gonna melt this boss immediately the moment we get our true arts, which is insane. So the moment this pops off, you're just gonna see the just melts away, just completely easily, just a whole nuke. It just goes to show that Shalltear is extremely insane, like actually insane. No 4+ or regular 4, which is unfortunate. But if I were to recommend any like crests on her, I would say Promise of the Funeral God, Arts Gauge up, crit damage up, crit rate up. Like, just look, it's crazy. 4 million damage this time, but that's mainly because, like, come on now. It was a very squishy boss, and I didn't think she would be that squishy. Yeah, but that's pretty much it when it comes to the Shalltear showcase. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. I meant to get this out sooner, but I didn't really have the chance to. I got really busy. But yeah, just let me know what you all think. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video, and let me know what else I could put her up against. I could do the thing OP does and just put her against Emmy or just some other story boss. I could have done that too, but like, I feel like the result would have been the same regardless. But let me know what y'all think. Comment, like, sub. Hopefully you ended up pulling Shalltear, and let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye bye.